If you're a driver for DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Instacart, or pretty much any other gig economy app, you will qualify for this business hack. As you may know, being a delivery driver or a rideshare driver will classify you as an independent contractor for these companies. This means you will receive a 1099 and not a W-2 at the end of the year, which means you will have to file your taxes as a self-employed individual. Unfortunately, this does make tax season more complicated, but having a business credit card can help you keep your finances more organized, and you can get rewards for it too. And no, you do not need an officially licensed business to have a business credit card. And you have to remember to be responsible. This is just my disclaimer at the beginning of the video. If you think there's even a small chance that you can get into some debt, I would recommend not going with credit cards and sticking with debit cards. There are a lot of expenses we have as delivery drivers. Of course, we have gas, but then there's other things like supplies and even car repairs. That all falls under business expenses, and they are much different than our personal expenses, like going to the grocery store. It is very important to separate the business and personal expenses so that you know exactly how much money you spent as a delivery driver to make your income. And why is it so important? That's because we get business deductions from our taxes. Instead of having all of this money coming straight out of our pocket after we are already taxed on it, we get to spend this money and deduct it from our income so that we pay less taxes. We have to make sure that we keep an itemized list of everything that we spent throughout the year, so then when we do file our taxes, we make sure that we're getting the maximum tax benefit from all of this. Any supplies that you get, like hot bags or cleaning supplies for your car, any car washes, any parking or tolls that you had to pay throughout the year, and especially gas. We need to know exactly how much money we spent on this, and if you have business and personal expenses together on your bank statement, it might be difficult to decide which ones were business and which ones were personal. And this isn't just great for your taxes, it's also great to figure out exactly what your profit is from your delivery driving business. If you really are trying to maximize your earnings on the road as well as minimize your expenses, it does make sense to figure out exactly what your profit is. Maybe not per order, but definitely per week or per month. This will help you determine if you should continue delivery driving or if you should get a different job. If you can calculate all your expenses with a business credit card, and you even have a business checking account where all of your direct deposits are coming in, you can see exactly how much money is coming in and how much money is going out, so that you can properly figure out exactly how much money you are making. If you do have a business checking account, you can always have a business debit card, but I want to tell you why I think credit cards are better. There really isn't too much incentive to using debit cards other than it coming directly out of your checking account. This can be very useful when you are figuring out your finances, because the income comes in like every week or every 2 weeks, and your expenses immediately go out of that checking account. But credit cards can offer very good rewards to make it worth it to use the card. Just as an example, the card that I'm holding up is the business credit card that I just got approved for. It is the Chase Business Inc. Unlimited. It offers 1.5% cash back on every purchase. Now, of course, you can apply for any business card that you want. This is just the one that I recently got, so that's why I'm using it as an example in this video. And of course, I have a referral link for this card in the description below if you feel like applying for the card, but of course, no pressure. So with this credit card getting you 1.5% cash back, let's say you go to the gas station to fill up and you spend about $100 a week on gas. You will get $1.50 back in cash back for every $100 you spend. So at the end of the year, if you spend $100 a week on gas, then you can walk away with $78 in cash back. But of course, gas isn't the only expense you're going to have. Let's say you get business car insurance. It's an extra $500 a year for that. Well, that's $7.50 you get in cash back for using this credit card. And like I've already mentioned, you have little expenses here and there like supplies, parking, tolls, all of that. You can get 1.5% cash back. all the time. I do know that some business credit cards offer more cash back. Some offer 2% cash back, or maybe even 3 to 5% back in certain categories. But this one is a good card to start out with, especially when you factor in the sign-up bonus that Chase is running right now. You get $900 of cash back if you spend $6,000 in your first 3 months. I know $6,000 is a lot to spend on one credit card in 3 months, but of course there are other business credit cards out there where you're not going to have to spend this much money to get a sign-up bonus. If you're approved for any credit card, you will try to put all of those expenses on that card in order to reach the sign-up bonus. For this card that I'm talking about, it's $900 of cash back, which is quite a bit. So you're going to put all of the business expenses on this one card to make sure that you can reach $6,000 spent. So of course you're going to put your gas purchases on there, your supplies, car washes, tolls, parking, maybe even major car repairs. If you go to the car repair shop and they're saying, hey, look, in order to make sure your car's running the best it can, it's going to cost $2,000. Of course, don't spend the $2,000 if you weren't going to spend it anyway to repair your car. But if they take credit cards and you want to make that purchase, then by spending $2,000, you can get $30 in cash back right there. And you are a third of the way to that $6,000 spent to reach that $900 sign-up bonus. Maybe you were already planning to purchase a new car. If you go to a dealership and they accept credit cards for some or all of the payment, this can be a good way to go. That might be $6,000 right there where you can just put it on the card and there you go, sign-up bonus acquired. Or how about this one? As a self-employed driver, you may have a huge tax bill coming up in April that you need to pay. Maybe you made a lot of money with self-employment and you don't have a lot of deductions. Well, you're going to have to pay taxes on the amount of money that you made with these apps, and you may have $6,000 of taxes. I know that may sound extreme for a lot of people. Maybe you only owe like a couple $100s, but I know some people, if they didn't pay their estimated quarterly taxes, you may have a tax bill all the way up to $6,000. Credit card payments for taxes may have a credit card processing fee of like 2 to 3%, but if you're getting 1.5% cash back with this card, then that minimizes the 2 to 3%. And if you reach that $900 sign-up bonus, that is a huge win for you. Cashback isn't the only way that you can benefit from using a credit card over a debit card. Sometimes certain credit cards will offer car rental insurance or cell phone repairs. There's just a lot of different benefits that certain cards will use. So you just have to make sure to look at the benefits feature for each card and they will list them all out. Some credit cards are better than others, but in general, I would say that credit cards are much better than debit cards because of the benefits that you can get from them. Like I said in the beginning of the video, no, you do not need an official business to sign up for a business credit card. You can apply for most or all of business credit cards by putting in your social security number instead of the EIN that most official businesses would use. When I got this business credit card, I did put in my EIN or employer identification number because I do have an officially registered business. On the credit card application, it will be important for you to put in your annual revenue. You should not lie about this in case the credit card company asks to see proof, but you can use estimated revenue. At least that's what I've heard from other people. You can use estimated revenue on what you expect to make for this upcoming year. Remember, this is not profit, this is revenue. Let's say you make $30,000 a year from delivery driving, but you only profit about $20,000. Put $30,000 because that'll make you look better, and they're asking for revenue. So of course that is not lying. If this is your first business credit card or you don't have any business credit at all, then it will pull your personal credit history. So if you don't have the best personal credit, then you may not be approved. But if you have any sort of decent credit history with a lot of these business credit cards, you may be approved and you can start having the benefits of having a business credit card. I was told by the bankers at Chase that if I have good credit from having this one credit card, then they will most likely just pull my business credit for my next application, and they won't rely on my personal credit for the next one. And then later on down the road, if you or I build up our self-employed earnings enough to where we may even want to expand our business beyond these independent contractor jobs, then this credit card will be the start of you building up your business credit in order to possibly apply for a business loan later on down the road when you may need some extra money for the business. Remember this, if you get denied on your credit card application, there is always a reconsideration line that you can call and speak to an actual person that will tell you why you got denied. If you got denied for having bad credit, there might not be anything that you can do, but if you got denied because your revenue is low, then you can just talk to the person and say, I just want a small credit line so that I can start separating my business expenses from my personal expenses. And they might be more willing to approve you than the algorithm that denied you earlier. With anything financial in life, make sure to be responsible. Always pay off the credit card in full using the statement balance every single month. There is no reason for you to be going into debt at all using this card. I have a lot of credit cards in my possession, but I have never paid a single cent in interest, and I have never been in any debt because of these credit cards. So if you think that this is a very helpful thing to do for your business, if you want to sign up for the credit card that I was talking about in this video, of course you can use the referral link down below. That'll help out the channel. Or if you just want to apply for any business credit card, go for it. But of course, if you cannot handle this responsibly and you think there may even be a very small chance you're going to go into debt, then it's not worth it. So don't even worry about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time.